Hello everyone, my name is Joseph Bland and welcome back to another video. Yep, it's been quite some time since Veterans Day. Yep, anyways, this is just a short little video about cells. I'm making a cell analogy based on my PC, and the PC is the analogy. What? Okay. Anyways, this is for my biology class. And, yeah, hope you guys enjoy. It's gonna suck. Alrighty, guys. Well, this is my PC. Pretty cool. So, I'm just gonna do this all in one. This is Sunday night, or actually, no, this is Saturday night. The night before this is all due. So I'm just trying to get this done. Anyways, let's get it through, son. So, the cell analogy. The first thing I'm going to talk about is behind this little rotating fan right here, you know what I'm saying? Behind this is the CPU, and that is like way back there covered in thermal paste. I don't want to unscrew this all because that's an even bigger hassle. So, the CPU is essentially the nucleus of the PC. So, just as the CPU controls all functions of the computer and processes information, the nucleus controls the cell's activities and contains the genetic material. Pretty much the same thing. I mean, I'm willing to bet every single part of this PC, every single part, was based off of cells. Just kidding. I'm not cutting any of this. Okay. Number 2. Probably the easiest thing to see about this is the case, okay? So, I'm considering the case to be the cell membrane, or the cell wall in some cases. Plants, mainly. Only, actually, but, anyways. So, the cell membrane, is pretty much like the case, the computer case. The computer case protects all the internal components and it regulates what goes in and out. With the inclusion of the fans, of course, which help direct the air. But the case helps protect from dust. Now, there's some dust there, as you can see, but that's just because I don't clean this thing. Anyways, the cell membrane controls the entry and exit of substances in the cell, which is basically what I just told you about the case. Alright, let's move on. The cytoplasm. So the cytoplasm is generally a jelly-like substance that fills the cells and holds organelles in place, essentially. So, what I'm considering to be the cytoplasm, which might be just wrong, I don't care. So these screws here, they hold these bad boys in place. They hold everything in place, okay? There's also these interlocking mechanisms, like on this RAM stick, and that really just connects everything together. So, yeah, screws and cable management essentially is what I'm calling the cytoplasm. Alrighty, let's move on. So, the easiest one, aside from the analogy of the cell membrane, would be the mitochondria, in my opinion. So, underneath this little box right here is the PSU, or the power supply unit, if we want to get technical. So, the power supply provides energy to the computer, just as the mitochondria generates energy for the cell through respiration. Sorry about the stutter. So, they both generate energy for the rest of the, just the big picture. I'm gonna put this, look at that. Now you can see everything better. That's cool. Anywho, let's go for number 5 then. RAM. I'm calling RAM, which is this stick right here that I just showed you earlier, this stick helps with processing data, and it runs applications. Very similar to ribosomes, which synthesizes proteins for various cell functions. So basically it just helps provide data, essentially. Much like the ribosomes, which create proteins. And that helps with other functions, which is exactly what I just said, so don't worry about what that was. Alright, now let's go with something else. So the endoplasmic reticulum, quite a nice word. I'm going to shorten it up with ER, which is pretty standard, I think. So ER helps in lipid and protein synthesis, and it transports them throughout the cell. And as in them, I mean lipids and proteins. So pretty straightforward. So the motherboard is very similar to this, which is the thing that all of these are plugged into. Like the fan, everything is getting power from the power supply, which is the mitochondria, going straight into the motherboard, which kind of transports energy all throughout all of these components. So, the motherboard connects all components and allows communication between all of the components. So it all is just one big system. I would almost consider the motherboard to be the nucleus, but it's pretty close to the CPU. The CPU, however, does control everything else. Like, it controls all of the components. The motherboard just kind of transports energy throughout all of the components, essentially speaking. So now let's move on to number 7, the 7th organelle. We have the Golgi apparatus. So the Golgi apparatus in a cell modifies, sorts, and packages proteins for delivery to other organelles. Just as the SSD or the hard drive. I don't have a hard drive in mine, but I do have this SSD right here. This bad boy is like a terabyte big. Pretty massive. Yeah. Anyways. The SSD stores and manages data. That's essentially what it is. So like a hard drive stores and manages data. The SSD is the exact same, but in this form. Standard storage device is what it's called. Alrighty. Let's go on to number 8 then. The lysosomes. So lysosomes contain enzymes that break down waste materials and cellular debris. Sorry for the stutter. And this is pretty similar to antivirus software that you can install on your PC, which this is not actually a component. It's more so, I mean, like I said, software. This is all hardware. Software is the stuff that's inside of everything. So we got the software, which, so the lysosomes are similar to the antivirus software because the antivirus software detects and removes like malware and unwanted files, much like the lysosomes, which break down waste essentially. So we got that. Number 9 is I'm gonna make an analogy for centrioles. I'm doing this all on the go, by the way. So it's okay. So centrioles, they help in cell division by organizing microtubules, just like the system clock. Now, that is also not really a hardware, it's more of a software component. But anyways, so the system clock helps with synchronizing and timing for every component in the computer. So like I said, it's more of a software deal, but without it, these components would not be able to work together. Right? So pretty straightforward. Now we have number 10, and I'm gonna go with vacuoles. So vacuoles store nutrients and waste product, and it helps to maintain pressure in the cell. Now, I said that this was similar. I'm going to say that this is similar to like a cooling system, such as the fans that I have here, helps regulate temperature, and it ensures that the computer runs securely and smoothly. And there you go. That's my 10 organelles and parts of the computer. Thank you. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I hope you liked it, despite how terrible it was. As you could tell, it was videoed on phone, and it's definitely not my best work. So, cut me some slack. I'm a college student. Alrighty. I'm terribly sorry for that continuous background music. That was the same throughout the entire video. But the outro has some different music, so that's a plus anyway. Alright, well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my PC cell analogy. And yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I hope you guys have a good time. See ya.